Welcome, Aquarians, to your August 2016 general reading. This month I'll be incorporating some love messages for those of you who are interested. And I'll also be posting the mid-month love readings for August in the next couple of weeks. So what's in store for Aquarius for the month of August? What messages or advice can you give them for their highest good and for the highest good of all? Aquarius, looks like coming into August you're looking to complete a cycle. You're looking to complete a project or a phase in your life. There's also a sense of achievement, so you may have achieved something in order to get to this place. An integration. So if it isn't achievement, it's an integration of many different elements that have now found form on some level, and they're allowing you to integrate, complete, and then hopefully start a new cycle. The cycle, however, doesn't come with roses and flowers and all of that. I think this cycle, this completion, has come about from a great deal of struggle mentally for you, possibly even emotionally, frustration. I feel like maybe there was a cycle of frustration. Things didn't move as quickly for you. You didn't have the momentum or the motivation or inspiration, or just things didn't move in general. You felt kind of stuck. The reason why things didn't move and there was no momentum in this cycle, that I'll reiterate, is ending. And I have to also point out, the cycle is ending because you are ending it. You are taking action to end it, or to move forward and to do something different, to have courage and take control of it. It's not like it's a fated thing. You've had to earn this. You've had to earn the end of this cycle. The reason why things haven't moved so quickly for you is because you've felt isolated, possibly. You felt like you had to probably do it on your own. That's another feeling I get with this. It just felt really hard and you had to do it on your own. And you couldn't see any other options. You actually felt isolated and you couldn't see any other options. You felt like your hands were tied somewhat. It was kind of illusory, but meaning an illusion, but it did feel real. And you're still kind of not quite sure, in the dark about it. But I do sense like a feeling of conviction that you will move forward no matter what. That you're just going to break away and you're going to move out of whatever it was that you were in. The advice card is the Ace of Swords, and it's actually saying for you to just take up the challenge, have courage, be clear and move forward. Start something new, even if it is mentally, that you start thinking about how you're going to take action, or that you will take action. Inspire yourself, almost mentally be clear about your course of action, and have courage to do it. Because maybe you were lacking that courage, maybe you were a little bit timid or intimidated, and you were hoping that things outside of you would propel you forward, and maybe they didn't. So now it's saying that you have to take up the sword yourself to progress things forward. I really do feel that this is your cycle based on your action and your motivation and your desires, not anything from the outside. So you're making this new cycle happen yourself. When you do take up the sword, you will move into calmer waters. You will actually feel yourself moving in a new direction and away from the stress, away from the solitude or the emptiness or lack of clarity and frustration. Things will start to move forward for you and become more balanced. The last two cards here are sixes, which is balance. So you will come out of a sense of imbalance to balance. Funnily enough, the whole reading numerologically is a 6. And as I say, when I do astrological readings for people, the chart speaks 3 times. It will say the same thing 3 times in 3 different ways, but it all leads to the same point. And so here again, you have 3 signals of the number 6, meaning balance and harmony being restored after a period of frustration, or a whole cycle of frustration, of setbacks, things not moving forward. Again, the 6 can relate to feeling of reaping the benefits of past behavior. So your actions will reap rewards. And a restoration of peace and balance as a result of the action you take. The 6s again have a very close tie to Venus, Taurus and Libra, which are ruled by Venus. And that's also the planet of harmony and love, romance, peace, luxury, cooperation, equilibrium. It's also a very peaceful energy as well. It's the yin energy in it, and it is peaceful. So the frustrations of the past will give way to more harmony, balance, and peace. If we are talking about a love relationship, it's a similar message. There may be a need for forgiveness in order to move forward. You might be the one that, it does feel that way, that you will have to forgive the pain or the hurt, the actions of another that caused that for you. The foundation of the reading is the King of Swords. You are an air energy, obviously, and the King of Swords relates to air energy. It's interesting, underneath that is the Lover's card. I'm going to read that as well, because that's what I'm feeling here. If this relates to you, that yang energy, it's asking for more yin energy of you. With the 6s, it's harmony and balance, and that Venus energy, which is more yin. So maybe you were pushing too hard. Maybe you were too mental. too controlling of a situation, and it's now asking you to just allow for the energy to flow through now, instead of pushing so hard. If the King of Swords relates to someone in your life, it may well be another air sign, so Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, not in that order. Or it is a person who has the qualities, and I often relate this to more negative qualities, and I don't mean to. It's just that I know air signs, and I know Aquarians very well, being one myself, that at their worst they can be thought of as being very cold, mentally cold, emotionally cold, withdrawn, direct, almost brutal in the way that they interact with other people. They may not feel that way, but it's a sense of clarity that they do have, being the swords. It's mental clarity that they have, and they speak their truth. They're very honest about what they're thinking, and they don't feel like they need to sugarcoat anything that's being said. That's what the swords here, there's a lot of swords energy here, so maybe there's been a lot of that with someone in a relationship. There's been some sort of choice involved in how you deal with it. This is also a healing card as well. Sixes and healing. There's the other correlation, and it's a 6 again. There we go. It's resolution of something, balance, rebalancing, reharmonizing a situation, and forgiveness. I feel like that comes through really strongly, because there has been a lot of frustration and confusion and stress that you are moving away from, and harmony restored. On a physical level, there will be some sort of offering, whether it's given to you or whether you give back, but there is that give and take energy on a physical level. So you will feel not only just, it's not on an emotional level, it's on a physical level. So maybe you felt that someone withheld from you, didn't care for you, which the King of Swords can do, because he can be quite mental. So he's more in his head rather than actually doing something for you, giving you something that you need to nurture you, which is the Pentacles. I just want to pull a card from the Midnight Sun Tarot, just to see if there's any additional information to clarify this reading. Oh, that just flew out, 2 of them. Oh, wow, more swords. Oh, jeez. What can I say, Aquarius? And even under these 2 cards, there's another sword card. Jeez, there has been some stress. There has been some stress that there needs to be a release of, end the cycle through forgiveness. 3 of Swords, some sort of heartache, a lot of mental stress and heartache that's been accumulated over a period of time. I feel like this is an accumulation over a period of time with the World card. It's not something that happened last month. It's an accumulation of stress. And you may have cut someone out of your life, or you may have cut a situation short. The 3 of Swords in this deck is related to Saturn and Libra, which is again related to Venus and the planet of harmony and the number 6. So again we see the connection to the number 6. And balancing, and that's where I feel like the forgiveness comes in quite strongly. So with Saturn in Libra, it's cautioning to look at things from another perspective, having new ideas. There's also regrets. about the loss or the distancing of someone, having lost someone or distanced yourself from someone or something, and you felt like it was necessary at the time. If this is a relationship, you had to pull away in order to save yourself. The Two of Swords is, again, Libra, Moon in Libra. There's that balance again. In order to deal with this situation, it's confrontation. Like the advice here is address the issue, take up the sword yourself. So confronting an issue head on, forgiveness, equilibrium, because it's the two. And it may well be that there's some sort of arguing. This is really strong, these energies for you, Aquarius. You might need to work through some issues which do cause some arguments, but it's a necessary process to release the frustration, the blocks that were here, feeling blocked and deadlocked, in order to find balance again. Fascinating reading, actually. I do hope that this gives you some clarity and some advice on how to navigate the energies for August. It's a positive progress, but I can see where it's come from, and that there are issues that need to be overcome that haven't been resolved to this point, but you are in the process of doing that now. So the very best of luck for that, and I'll be back in the next couple of weeks with the love readings, so it'll be interesting to see how the reading might change then.